Hey, this is my own developed game, Football Manager IO. It's available under footballmanager.io and in the App Store for iOS and also soon for Android in the Play Store. It's a football manager game in a fantasy world, and it's fully developed by myself since 2023, so it's about 3 years. And it gets more and more complete. We already have 50 players online. That's quite exciting. And in this video, I'm gonna show you just the features of the game and the some tips and tricks probably. So let's go to the very top. You have those 5 areas and jump to the team area first. You can see your current team with the tactics, where you can decide what formation you want to play and what style of football you want to play. Then you see the players. If you click one of those players, you can exchange the player with another one. You can see the position. There's always a shortcut for position. So CD would stand for center defender, LM is left midfielder, and for example, right attacker, goalkeeper, and so on. Below that, you can see the substitute players, and you can exchange that to say, okay, no, I want to have this player here for on the substitute bench, and you can say when this player should come into the game. You can see it's currently set up in German. Let me really quick change this in the menu. You can change the language of the whole game. It's currently available in English and German. So now I have it in English. You can see here. So this player would only come into the game when some other player gets injured, or I can say, okay, it should go into the game if we are, for example, 1 goal ahead. And we could also say it should always come in at halftime. And below that, you can choose the captain, which is quite important to select a good captain. It some effect on the whole team level. And then below that, you can see the whole list of your team, all the players. In that game, every player has an age and a position, of course, and has a level. There's only one level. And there's a difference between an in-game level and a default level of a player. So the in-game level is calculated based on the fitness and some other factors like the captain choice and action cards, which I show you in a minute. Then on the top, you see some tactics, some statistics. You can see the name of your team. You can change the name of a team by just clicking that icon, and then you can select some prefixes and a city name. There's a tons of fantasy and real cities you can choose from. And you can, of course, change your logo. You can choose 2 colors and the shape of your logo, and then you have your own um, logo of the game. You have a youth team where you get youth teams from action cards, I show in a second, and then you can train your youth players all at once. So every game day, there are 2 game days per day, means at midnight and at lunchtime is always one game. And during that time, your youth team is doing one of those 3 modes, so training, friendly match, or rest. And the icons show what this means. So currently, I'm making friendly match. I don't think that even makes sense. So probably I should switch to training. Then we have the action cards. Action cards giving you any benefits might be, for example, here I can give a player some fitness back, some freshness. So I choose my best player to give him some freshness back. And I can train my players to give them a level up. For example, here I have a level up with the silver color. It means that this is one level up for a player up to level 70. So the gold play here would not work, but I could give this to my attacker here. Just give it to Federico Meyer here. And maybe the bronze ones to some young guy down here, 19-year-old Paul Schulz gets a level up. That's action cards. You can also access the action cards from the start page from here. Also, the start page gives you an overview, just the latest games, the current standing, and has this urgencies list down here that tells you, okay, do you have a complete lineup? Do you have selected a sponsor? If that's not the case, you can go to your club page, finances, and there you can see your current sponsor. If you don't have one, you can select one. They appear here. I'm having still 3 days left. Also from the club, you have a stadium. You have nice stadium animation where you can fly through them. It looks beautiful, and you can build the stadium. You can extend the stands, build a roof. You can select the prices. You can see the attendance in the last game days on which you should adjust your prices. You can see my prices are wrong. For example, it says East-West, it's 100%. That's not good. It should be probably around 95% is good. So I need to adjust my prices. Then we have buildings. Buildings give you effect on the action cards, and there will be more buildings. At the moment, we have a fitness studio and training area. Probably there will be a doctor's building and also a youth academy and stuff. Currently, it's only those two. You can upgrade them, and the better they are, the higher the chances that you get action cards. So the training area has an effect on those level up cards, and the fitness studio has an effect on those get freshness back cards. So that's quite important. Then, okay, that's the club page with the Belgium Stadium finances. We had a team with the tactics. Now left over is the games section where you can see the league games and the pairings, and you can see the cup games. So there's a cup that you can win. You can play friendlies. You can play one friendly every game day. A friendly is just giving you income from the stadium tickets, but take care, it's also reducing the freshness, the fitness of your players. So if you need money, play friendly games, gives you the ticket income, and you can of course check the tactics against other players. And then there's the Hall of Fame where you can see from the past seasons the winners. FC Cartagena here, cup winner, and yeah, beautiful. And of course transfers. There's a transfer market. There is this International Overseas Club. That's a club. That's a fake club that's always providing players that you can buy. But of course, you can also buy players from real teams. For example, there's a guy called RB City Duisburg who's selling a lot of players. And you can see like incoming offers and so on, the history, and also free players. Yeah, so you can see. So whenever you need a player immediately, you can go to this free players page and get one of those players for free. They are, of course, quite old and weak, but it's better than have no players. And last but not least, you have also on the dashboard news and messages. News is like a randomly generated messages and news for the league where you can see, okay, what happened on the game day? Was there a crazy transfer? For example, here, Rapid Schottenheim bought Florian Ferrara for 2.18 million. That's quite a lot for the game here. And we have the messages. It's quite important for you. Gives you some indicators what happened during the last game days. And there's a forum. So whenever you want to know anything about news, you want to report a bug, you want to request a feature and so on, just put a post or a comment right here into the forum. Would be very nice if you just check it out. It's available under footballmanager.io as a web browser game and also as a Android and iOS app, Football Manager.io from the App Store and Play Store.